Hi everyone, Tasha here for Paper Sweeties, and today we're going to create a card using the Paper Sweeties July release and the third quarter Paper Sweeties Sweet Kit. I'm using the Summer Vibes Sentiment Stamp Set. This one's great. It has a whole bunch of fun sentiments on it. I'll also be using the Shape Sprinkles, and this is called Love You More. It's a whole bunch of different hearts in different sizes. I'm using two images from the Odds and Ends Land That I Love paper collection from Doodlebug Designs, and these are the two that I selected. I'm using this fun bicycle and the word love, and I love that the love has a heart in the center, or for the O. I'm also using some of the included paper, and this paper is really nice. It's a 6x6 paper pad, and it has all these different shades of polka dot paper, and the dots are really small, which I like. Perfect for card making. In addition, I am going to be using a piece of white cardstock, yellow and red, and a white card base. And I love the way that this light blue color goes with the yellow and that pop of red. To start, I'm going to make my background. I'm using a cloud stencil. You can use any stencil you choose, or you can cut paper in a shape of a cloud to get the same look, and some Distress Oxide ink. I start blending from one corner, and I just have it kind of dark on the edges, and I'm blending it towards that cloud design. I'm going to work my way all over the top portion of this card until I get almost all the way down. I didn't re-ink too much. I wanted it to be darker on top, and then I just get lighter as I work my way to the bottom. And do you see how pretty these clouds look? You don't really need too much more in the background when you have fluffy clouds. I'm also going to add a stenciled grass design on the bottom using Distress Oxide again. And I love the bright shade of green with the light blue in the sky. Again, I'm starting with the darkest or heaviest on the color with the stenciled edge and then the edges of the paper, and making it lighter towards the center. I gently removed the stencils and took this paper off of my workspace, and I'm going to start attaching the layers. I decided to do this first before attaching my bicycle image since I want to use foam tape. I'm using just some glue runner, and then I attach that center card onto the red layer. And then I'm going to attach the card onto the polka dot paper. I did make the border larger for the polka dot paper because I wanted that pretty detail to show. And I like how it looks where you have everything matted or framed, but I wanted to make sure you could see the white and blue polka dots. Once I was done with all of my layering, I'm going to attach it to the base right away as well. I'm using that same glue runner. And I did cut my base slightly larger to give a white frame or a white border around my card. Once everything was assembled, I'm using some foam tape to attach my little bicycle image. And this is the foam tape that I'm using. You could also use cardstock, or you could use squares or just some score tape and have your bicycle be flat on the card, but I wanted it to be raised up a little bit. So I just cut a couple pieces of foam, and then I'm going to position the bicycle right in the center of my card. And this bike image is pretty big in size. So if you're going to make a standard card, it would kind of take up the whole area. So this card is just the perfect size where you can still see the background or the sky that we created, but the bicycle is the main focal point. I'm using these tiny little foam squares to attach the love. Again, you could just glue this directly onto the card, but I wanted it to be raised up a little bit. I just love that there's some different dimension within this card. I'm positioning it right in that open area. Since the one side had balloons, I thought it looked cute with the word love on the other side. And since we have these cool hearts, I put it right on the center. The largest one fits perfectly. And now you have that enamel heart in the word love. Lastly, I'm going to go over to my stamping tool, and I'm stamping my sentiment. I'm stamping Summer Vibes in a black ink. I just love that this is kind of just looks like it's handwritten. It's a really cool font. And I'm going over to my paper trimmer just to trim it down to size. This is easy to do, or you can make a banner out of it or just cut a little fishtail at the end. But I'm just going to cut it as skinny as possible without cutting off the letters. And once I got it to the size that I want it, I'm going to attach it to a piece of green cardstock. This light green cardstock color almost matches the inked background that I made with the grass area perfectly. It's just a little bit darker, but this one is a piece of cardstock I had in my scraps. I attached it with some liquid adhesive, and I'm just going to use my trimmer again to cut it down to size. I'm just cutting 2 of the ends. And then you have this pretty green border. I'm going to position it onto that bottom area. I wasn't sure how I wanted it, if I wanted it on one side or the center, but I decided on putting it right in the center. Since it was kind of busy on the top, I thought the center was a perfect area just for this little sentiment. So I'm going to just move it over in place. And do you see how that green almost matches that inked background perfectly? I just think it's really pretty. So this is my completed card. I made another card using similar items from the paper kit or the sweet kit, and I love how both of them turned out. They're really festive and great for summer or for the 4th of July. I hope you enjoyed the project and are having a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.